How do you deal with the negative stuff when you get hit with it? Because obviously it's got to happen at some point
Hmm.
to where you'll have negative comments, probably some, I have to assume some hateful stuff will come out from time to time. How do you
I,
let that
the
affect you?
the first thing I have to say, as on a scale from what I hear from other YouTubers, I've been really blessed. Just to be frank, I think that goes back to just drilling down and focusing on the people that have the content that they want to see. I have received some very personal negative things said about me. I've had people post or tag and say some negative things. I've had even people make some negative content and post it, and it's painful. Your first response, I think, or for me, has been like I just want to like defend, like, no, how could you ever? What do you like that kind? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? If you engage a fool, you become one.
Yeah.
So deep breath, whatever whatever's going on in that person's life right now that would have them see and hear anything that I'm doing in that way, it's got to be really rough for them. It's got to be tough, right? I mean, we're talking about nerdy Marvel cards.
Something from your youth that you still have a passion for.
Yeah.
It's like you said, you got an amazing toy room
Uh huh.
with a library books intermingled with it, but
Right.
you're not trying to recreate something. You're just sharing in the joy of what is.
It is, and the what I have realized, yeah, I have what I think is a supreme advantage of having Christ in me, and that makes a big difference. I don't know how to get through life any other way, but that's not true for everybody who engages
Yeah.
in the content. And this positive thing that why is a 40-year-old still connected to this? Well, because it was the one bright spot in their childhood. So it means even more to them than it does to me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it can be very personal, very passionate, and they can be very defensive and come off as negative or attacking if I don't celebrate something the way they would celebrate it, because of how it means to them. And so I've just remind myself there's something going on over there that would have them act that way, and they probably need my prayers, my concerns a lot more than me defending my own self. You see what I'm saying?
So, I've known you for quite some time, and you never have been one to ever shy away from your faith. And in many of our conversations, just through natural conversation, faith comes out in it. Have you been able to incorporate any of that into your YouTube
So,
channel?
um, the thread of what my content is has it weaved all through it. I have been purposeful not to be over the top with it.
Sure.
In fact, if I were to go live right now on Spidey His channel and say, "Hey, I'm an ordained minister," there's many people who will go, "Well, that makes sense now, but I didn't know that." Right? In the more longer form podcast shows that I've done, one's called the Marvel Show. Uh, it does come out in that show because people ask very probing,
Sure.
intimate questions about how to deal with certain things, and I just say, "Hey, look, this is going to come from my faith. This is who I am. I have nothing else to offer. So if I'm going to answer the question, this is what it's going to be." But in the kind of edited, more educational, entertaining content, it doesn't come out in that. Outside of the reason I view people as more valuable is because they're made in the image of their
Yeah.
creator, and so that sets that first kind of rule that governs the content.
Sure. Moving into 23. So 22, you're on this like growth plan. I mean, things are really taking off. You're getting connected with a lot of different people, probably stuff you never thought that this would lead to. I would have to assume you didn't have this grand plan that says, I'm going to be talking with people in California and I'm going to have, be asked to go for this unboxing
Yeah,
with celebrities.
right.
So moving into 23, um, business levels off with the mortgage market.